If you are a man over 60 and you wake up 2, 3, or even 4 times a night just to use the bathroom, let me stop you right there. That is not normal. It is not harmless. And it is not just part of getting older. In fact, the real reason it happens may surprise you. Because right now, there are hidden habits in your daily life, things you do automatically, that quietly inflame your prostate, disrupt your sleep, and slowly drain your quality of life. And most men never hear about them. Not from their friends, not from their family, and not even from their doctors. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we are going to uncover the 10 most common everyday habits that trigger prostate problems, and what you can do to stop them naturally, without pills or surgery. I will also share a simple bedtime ritual that takes just 15 seconds and has helped many men sleep through the night again. And before we dive in, if you are ready to take control of your health, make sure you subscribe to AgeWise and turn on the bell icon. This way, you will never miss another life-changing tip made just for men over 60. Now, let us begin with one of the most common but misunderstood habits. Habit number 10: cutting back on water at night. Have you ever been told, drink less water at night if you want to avoid bathroom trips? Sounds like good advice, right? Less water, less urine, fewer trips. But here is the shocking truth: this habit often makes things worse. When you cut back on water too much, your urine becomes darker, thicker, and more acidic. And that concentrated urine irritates your bladder, creating even more pressure on your prostate. Instead of sleeping soundly, you may find yourself waking up at 1 a.m., then 3 a.m., then 5 a.m., just to pass a small trickle. Think about it. Your bladder becomes agitated, overactive, and sends premature signals to empty, even when it is only half full. That is why so many men are shocked when they realize that dehydration, not water, is the real enemy. The fix is simple but powerful. Drink water steadily throughout the day. Aim for light-colored urine, which signals balance. If you worry about bedtime, taper off 90 minutes before you sleep, but never deprive your body of water. Water is not a problem, it is the natural solution your prostate is begging for. Habit number 9: sitting too long without moving. Here is a trap many retired men fall into: long, quiet hours in a recliner, at the desk, or on the couch. It feels restful, but here is what most men do not realize: too much sitting quietly sabotages your prostate. When you sit for hours, you place constant low-level pressure on your pelvic region. Blood flow slows, waste builds up, and inflammation quietly spreads. Your prostate, starved of fresh circulation, begins to swell. Over time, you may notice weaker flow, more urgency, or even discomfort just from sitting. This does not happen overnight, it creeps up slowly. A restless night here, a few bathroom trips there. Before you know it, your chair has become a silent enemy. But here is the good news: the solution is incredibly simple. Every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch, take a few steps, look out the window. Even a few seconds of movement restores blood flow, eases pelvic pressure, and keeps your prostate healthier. Remember this: a still body invites silent problems. A moving body invites healing. Habit number 8: too much caffeine. That morning cup of coffee may feel like a gift, but here is the truth: caffeine does not just wake you up, it wakes up your entire urinary system. Caffeine acts like fuel on the bladder. It increases urine production, stimulates the muscles, and leaves you feeling like you constantly have to go. For younger men, this may only be an inconvenience. But for men over 60, with a prostate that is already more sensitive, caffeine can tip the balance into constant urgency, weaker stream, and disrupted sleep. One man I spoke with was drinking coffee in the morning, iced tea in the afternoon, and soda in the evening. He never realized that all that caffeine was directly feeding his prostate problems. Once he cut back, he was shocked: his urgency improved within days, and his sleep finally returned. Here is the simple rule: enjoy that one cup in the morning if you love it, but stop there. Switch to herbal or decaf options later in the day. Your bladder, and your prostate, will thank you. Habit number 7: eating processed and spicy foods. What is on your plate may be quietly fueling your prostate problems. Processed foods like bacon, sausages, deli meats, and packaged snacks are loaded with preservatives, unhealthy fats, and chemicals. These send one signal to your body: inflammation. And when your prostate is already sensitive, that inflammation is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Spicy foods make things worse. Hot peppers, chili, and sauces can directly irritate the bladder and pelvic nerves, creating false signals to urinate even when your bladder is barely half full. One man in his late 60s once told me, "I cut back on soda, I tried walking more, but I still wake up at night." The real problem was his daily diet: processed meats at breakfast, deli sandwiches at lunch, and spicy chili at dinner. When he swapped those out for lean proteins, leafy greens, berries, and nuts, his body calmed down, and so did his prostate. Food is not just fuel. It is either helping you heal or quietly keeping you sick. Habit number 6: holding your urine too long. How many times have you said, "I will go later"? Maybe the game was on. Maybe you were driving. Maybe you thought you could hold it. Here is the hidden danger: holding urine stretches your bladder like an overfilled balloon. That constant stretching creates downward pressure on your prostate. Over time, the prostate becomes irritated, inflamed, and weaker. Worse, holding urine means your bladder may not empty completely. That leftover urine becomes the perfect breeding ground for bacteria, leading to infections that only inflame your prostate more. The takeaway is simple: when your body says go, listen. Delaying is not discipline, it is damage. Habit number 5: exposure to smoke. Whether you smoke yourself or sit near others who do, cigarette smoke is poison to your prostate. Each puff delivers thousands of toxic chemicals that restrict blood flow, reduce oxygen, and fuel inflammation. Men often think, "I quit years ago, so I am safe." But even secondhand smoke can keep your prostate inflamed and vulnerable. And long-term exposure not only worsens benign prostate issues, but also increases the risk of something far more serious: prostate cancer. If you smoke, quitting is the single greatest gift you can give yourself. If you do not, protect yourself from secondhand smoke. Even that small step can ease urgency, improve blood flow, and calm inflammation. Habit number 4: skipping prostate checkups. Let me ask you, when was the last time you had your prostate checked? If you cannot remember, it has been too long. Too many men avoid checkups out of fear, embarrassment, or pride. But here is the truth: prostate problems often start silently. A weaker stream, an extra bathroom trip, a restless night. By the time it becomes obvious, the problem may already be advanced. Think about your car. You do not wait for the engine to explode before you take it in for service. You do maintenance to prevent disaster. Why should your body deserve any less care? A simple annual checkup, just a blood test and exam, can catch problems early when they are easiest to treat. Protecting your prostate is protecting your future. Habit number 3: too much red meat. Steaks, burgers, sausages, many men love them. But here is what most never realize: eating too much red and processed meat is quietly feeding inflammation and throwing hormones off balance. These foods are packed with saturated fats and preservatives that fuel prostate swelling. Studies even show a link between heavy red meat consumption and higher risk of prostate cancer. You do not need to give it up completely, but cutting back and adding more fish, beans, and lean chicken can calm inflammation, improve digestion, and give your prostate the relief it needs. Balance is the key. Habit number 2: belly fat. Look down at your waistline. That belly is not just extra weight. It is hormonally active tissue that converts testosterone into estrogen. And too much estrogen is a direct driver of prostate growth. Belly fat also pumps out inflammatory chemicals that strain your body, reduce blood flow, and make prostate symptoms worse. The bigger the waist, the bigger the risk. But here is the hopeful part: even losing 5% of your body weight, just a few pounds, can significantly reduce symptoms. Small steps like walking daily, drinking water instead of soda, and adding vegetables to your meals can make a real difference. Habit number 1: chronic stress. You may not feel it, but stress lives inside your body, and your prostate feels it every single day. Chronic stress keeps your cortisol levels high. This lowers testosterone, tightens pelvic muscles, disrupts sleep, and fuels inflammation. Over time, it creates the perfect storm for prostate problems. Managing stress is not weakness, it is wisdom. A short walk, deep breathing, journaling, or simply giving yourself permission to rest can lower stress and calm your prostate. Many men are surprised at how much better they feel once they finally let go of what they have been holding inside. So, we have uncovered 10 habits that quietly damage your prostate. Cutting water, sitting too long, too much caffeine, processed foods, holding urine, smoke exposure, skipping checkups, red meat, belly fat, and stress. Each one may seem small, but together they create a powerful wave that disrupts your sleep, your comfort, and your confidence. The good news is this: you can reverse course. With small, intentional changes, your prostate can calm, your nights can be restful, and your energy can return. And here is a bonus: a simple 15-second bedtime ritual. Before bed, take a few slow deep breaths, relax your pelvic muscles, and gently stretch your lower body. This helps reduce pressure, calm your nervous system, and support your prostate through the night. If this message spoke to you, take action today. Which of these habits will you change first? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this helpful, please give it a like and share it with a brother, a friend, or anyone you care about. And if you are ready to stay strong, confident, and independent after 60, make sure you subscribe to Age Wise. Together, we can age wisely.